So back to my system setup for my video that I released yesterday. So got my VM. Cool. Let's start with the VM. So I want to get ZFS working, or excuse me, get the add user um, get the add user script that's in FreeBSD base to detect if ZFS is if the root drive is on ZFS, and if it is, then create the user's home directory on ZFS. Basically, give it have add user ask if it wants if the user wants to create a ZFS dataset the for the user being added, and then pointing their home directory to that ZFS dataset. And I've been going back and forth on what the best way to do this. So a quick little change I made yesterday was just add add a NFS mount into user SM, so it's just mounted when you start up the VM. So cool. All right, excellent. So essentially, the question is, do I want to? Oh, before I get to that, let me. This needs to be rebased. The latest main. Update. Oh, it's on. Okay, yeah. We're gonna synchronize mine. Good. Worry about that later. Let's see this here. I think we're gonna stash. All right, cool. Yeah, it was essentially I was asking what is the best way to create that user data set, because I think if asking the user where they want their home drive to be and then whether they want a data set created, I think the best approach to that is to set the home directory where they want their user as a mount point for the data set. So either we give them a default. I think we start with I think the best way to go forward is to start with a data set. To say, um, this is where I think your data set should go. Sorry, I look up what I'm thinking, so you guys see me look up. That's why I'm doing that. So if it asks the user what data set do you want, where do you want that data set to be, then where do you want located on? And they could actually specify a different pool. It doesn't have to be the R pool. Or Z root. I mean, the R pool is a different operating system. But so it doesn't have to be on Z root. If the user specified, say, they had a Z pool instead of Z root or Z data or whatever, slash home, slash username, but that wasn't a member of the R, um, that wasn't a member of Z root, the default pool where the root is located, that should be fine because we just specify data set and then mount point for that particular data set. I think that's logically the best way to go forward. Let's see. I think I've got a bunch of the random stuff that I was working, problems I was working through. Yeah, no, I don't want to skip that. Yeah, this is just me writing down, thinking. Okay. I've got several functions here that get ZFS home, which essentially just looks for is there the home prefix that was that's specified by the user is that where is that mounted inside of ZFS essentially, or where is there a mount point correlated to that home prefix? Essentially, is what this function does. And I'm trying to think, is this necessary? Because if, say, a user specifies. All right, thank you. GitHub Copilot. It's pretty cool, actually. This little AI thing. It works pretty well. Directory prefix that is a symlink to another directory. No, I don't want to worry about that. Go away. User specifies home prefix and home prefix and a ZFS data set, then set home, or no, then set mount point of said data set to home prefix. Think that is probably going to be the best way to handle this. Because right now, or the process does it. Because I want to take out as much guesswork, determinist, where the system has to determine where the system is, or the script is determining where the is guessing where the data set should go from the home prefix. I don't like that. The less guessing, the better. I'd rather it be deterministic from the data that the user enters. Okay, so I'll say ZFS supported, ZFS home. The nice thing about guessing is that we can give a user a default. But if we're just going to say slash home is the default, that's how the user script works now. There we go. Yeah, so home prefix defaults to slash home. Okay. But it can be changed by configuration or question. Let's see. Set to VM. There we go. Oops. Cool. Okay. So let's see. Add user. Yeah. Add user. But that's the default. See, that's guessing. So it's a principle of least astonishment. I don't want to surprise anybody, right? Uh, yeah. So I just say, okay, this is the default. If you want ZFS, this is your default home prefix. Okay. I'm guessing is appropriate here. And just do what the user tells you to do. Okay. I'm sure that's needed. Oops. Okay. It's just let's see if that's the support is. That's all that's necessary. Okay, so in add user, goes through ZFS data set. So yeah, we're definitely going to need that. Okay, so the question then becomes if somebody changes the home prefix, regular home prefix, but they don't change the ZFS dataset, all we have to do is change the mount point for that home prefix. And probably -p depending upon home. Okay. Don't think this function is required. Okay. Okay, because that's what sets the ZFS, but what? Yeah, be cool. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this is a shame. Alright, let's see, supported. It should only be asked to see if that's supported. See if that's prefix is going to be set from the beginning. This can all go away because it doesn't need to be searching for it. Okay. Let's see, so some more to this is going to require some more research just to make sure this is, as it just says, can I run the ZFS command successfully? And then can I get, are there any data sets? If there's no data sets, then ZFS is probably not supported. Alright, might need a zpool command. Let's see, create the ZFS data set. ZFS home prefix, slash username, dash P just says, yeah, this needs to be prefix. Okay. So they're going to do the test A, but now this should work. Now, does it make sense where it is in the add user? Let's see. Okay, this is the big. the add user loop, the big add user loop, and this is the pass. This is is user directory. Yeah, see flag equals that. Okay. See flag. It's not 0, then it's not a config run, then run ZFS on prefix. Okay. So I'm gonna do the thing. And ZFS on prefix. Alright. This should all be fairly straightforward. Dash C flag just forces it. Yes, ZFS is supported. Alright, let's see. Um, that's fine. Okay, 0 home Bob. Yes. Bob, yes. Alright, cool. I don't know the user. No. Yeah, okay, cool. That's this. Bob. Awesome. Ah. There we go. Cool. Okay, done with that. Alright, awesome. So passing. So ultimately, one of the reasons I'm writing the code is I generally, when I create new users on FreeBSD systems, I have to go through and do ZFS, and ZFS if I'm doing it manually, which most of the time I'm doing it through configuration management. So I don't really have to go through and run the add user script, but every once in a while when I do, I get annoyed because I have to go through and create the ZFS data set, then create the mount point, and blah blah blah. It's it can be frustrating, and I don't do it super often, but I do it enough to annoy me. So that's the reason I want to do this. And also, I know other people have asked, for this capability, I'd like to be able to, with the user conf, to define ZFS parameters for that user. So that way I've got a standard user conf that I could use to create users that has compression on, and then encryption comes along with that. So there's encryption's a little bit trickier because of storing the key um, inside the pool and such. But I think for now, I think for now, start with ZFS dataset, get that understood, build a method, make sure, or build the code, make sure that's well understood, and people are okay with it, and then get it to the point where we can begin adding. It's incremental, essentially. Begin adding code that allows for custom parameters for the ZFS pool. Now, whether that should be an add user script or not is that's a whole different conversation. And it would make sense to put it in its own module, but then you make the add user script more complex. I mean, it's been simple for the past 21 years. So again, back to the principle of least astonishment or least surprise. Um, but let's just start with getting a ZFS data set for a user, um, and not guessing. So what I want to do is when I create, I want to set the home prefix. Yeah, because right now, okay, great. ZFS dataset. So I want to say set mount point to the user, to the home prefix, not the ZFS home prefix, but the home prefix. So that's, I think that's options. I don't really look on the page. Oops. It says dry run per machine. Oh, property equals value. Okay, cool. That should be. Oh, point equals prefix. Cool. Okay. Sweet. All right. So back to the terminal. Kill. All right. Just before. Okay. That's not there. Cool. Okay. So add user. Yeah. Right. Oh. New. Yes. Yes. Oh. All right. So this list. Um, um, because it's not the prefix, that doesn't work. Oh, John. No, not done. Okay. So that was my. Um, all right, so that's good. There you go. Prefix. Let's see, what's going to user directory. Yeah, next username. There we go. Further. Cool. That's good. I know that's gonna work, but I like this. Bobby McFace or something. Let's see. No, 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 it's fine. Oop, oop, this, this. So, okay. Yep, okay, cool. List. And Bob is mounted in the right place. Yay! Do, alright, do this. Allow. Alright, excellent. User Bob, that's great. Destroy mount snapshot. Yeah, that's probably going to be, you also might want to send and receive this. Another discussion the bike shed over. You know, so it's probably not more. But this is important. You know, what default permissions on the data set does the user get? Right, I like send and receive is very useful because the way I back my systems up is essentially ZFS sends to places, especially my home directory, like laptops and workstations. And being able to do that as the user is very useful. So, all right. Let's see. So next step, so I got dataset created. So what are differences here? Yeah, remove ZFS. That's I'll need to get the home. Modify, create P, mount point, yeah, so perms. Yes, home prefix, yes, home prefix. I think ZFS home prefix is an important change. Okay. Prefix. Okay, default, excellent, yeah, that's good. I like it. Okay. Cool. Okay, so let's just commit these changes. Remove. We're gonna do this. Oh, magic. Do this. Fix instead. Yeah. Okay. These are all gonna get squashed anyway. Do not use my own software. All right. Cool. Okay. So next step is, let's see what happens if I change. So if I say I want a random, let's remove actually let's just do a different user. Say add user.sh bill. Okay, so Bill is going to get, home. Well, Bill wants to live in temp. Bill. He's a temporary guy. Okay. No. No. So temp Bill, let's say he wants to be in, let's see what data set. I don't know, question on where. Okay, yes, go ahead. Bill. Okay, so where does Bill live? He's in temp Bill. That's not a terrible way to handle that. Temp Bill. So what if though I wanted to change the default ZFS location? Okay. Um, oh, yeah. Not bad to do that. So, folks are going to want to be able to, how do you change the ZF, right? How do I go to support changing the ZFS location? Okay, that's the question. So, how do I do that? Okay, I've got that. Yeah, get under. Oops. So, alright, I just duplicate this. Okay, copy pasta. Okay, so it's a different get this one basically. Now we're actually good data set. Okay. Yeah, not zero input. Flat values, let's flag is file for which, okay, yeah. Okay, so that's the file input. Which I'm not as concerned right now. Okay. So this is input. So it's pulling the username off. Don't want, yeah, I do want to pull the username off the ZFS. C-home, not A-home. Okay, cool. Home is used where? Yeah. Okay. 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 Dataset. Right. If the file flag is 0, let's just grab the file line. Yeah. Okay. You ready? Now I need to get to the data set, and that's going to be in the add user function. Yeah, that's the file line. I'm gonna get there yet, but we'll do that support. probably needs to be a different question. That's not. What's the next one under? Because I do want that closer, but this is kind of ugly. Closer to the home directory stuff. Okay, this needs to be bounded by if the C flag. Yeah. See the whole thing. Prefix, turn zero, prefix. That turname's not going to work on Z because it's a ZFS dataset, not a yeah, that won't work. Because it's a ZFS dataset. What if I put in something different? I just don't think I need to normalize it necessarily. All I have to do is just take what the user says. Okay, re-input. Okay. Let me say input. Z home. Okay. So if it's okay, if the flag is not set. Yeah. This is what I need. I'm just gonna pull this bit out right now for now. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so this is what you inputted. If not, it's gonna be the prefix thing. So actually I should, instead of using the prefix, I should use the Z home. That will change it. Okay. After it's there. See this. So this will be Z home. Yeah. Z home. Z home. Z home. Okay. Z is supported. Good. Z plus data set. Z home user directory. Great. Right. So actually create it down here. Okay. This is mount point. That actually should probably be U home. This is the home. Oops, I changed the whole thing. Changed all the things. There we go. Occurrences. No, I don't want to change all the occurrences. I want to change a few occurrences. So I do that. Okay. Downloading. Just a search and replace. There we go. Place it at the home. There we go. Sweet. Yep. Oh. See, it's not created. Okay, cool. Excellent. Cool. This message exists. Okay. Excellent. Alright, so now that so what I'm doing is let's get a little count. Okay. User yes. Yes. Temp. Yes. Destroy. Root. Bill. List. Okay. So add user has been add user message. Bill. Okay, so this test run, I want to home directory is going to be temp bill again, and the ZFS home ZFS dataset say root bill. Yes. Bill, temp bill. Hey, look at that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's allow the root bill has, yeah, they're destroying. No, snapshot. Do this snapshot. Ah. Zero bill at creation. This list all the root bill. Hey, alright. Yeah, still like that, okay. Be that way, okay. That's cool. That's bill, user bill. Yes, destroy root bill. Hey, this is closer to where I wanted this. I wanted this way to work. So the next step is going to be setting the add user, supporting the configuration from a file. Oh, the one bug that I don't think I need to ask the user if they want to create the data set after asking where it should be. That question seems kind of silly. What if I say, hey, do you want ZFS? So that's it. So get ZFS data set. So the question should be, do you want to use ZFS for this user? Do you want a ZFS data set for this user? And then I don't think this is necessary. Then create ZFS dataset because I asked which dataset you want. So before asking, do you want ZFS? Actually, what I should do is support. Do you want ZFS? So this is not a yes. This is where it's confusing. Is that this shouldn't be a yes or no question. This should be because if this is a yes question, then okay. So instead of Z home, okay. So then down here to basically if they answered yes, then go ahead and ask them where the data set should be. So this is ZFS supported on the system? If it is supported, then ask them, should I create a ZFS dataset for home directory? And then get the ZFS dataset. But it's not supported, it shouldn't ask at all. I think that's a better flow. Let's try this again. All right. Beat up on Bill. Because Bill. I think Bill. Let's put Bill in home directory. Put Bill. Like user home Bill, which isn't supposed to be anymore. All right. Let's see. Versions are fine. Create ZFS data set for home directory. Well, let's say there's no. Ooh, that shouldn't be like that. Okay. Because I say no by default, that should be Z flag. Okay, that switches to Z flag. Okay. So the question is only triggered if Z support is supported, but Z flag says yes, I want ZFS. Okay. No. Okay, cool. So home is, yeah, right. Stage lock no ZFS support, basically. No, okay, cool. So see Bill, DWD, user home Bill, excellent, excellent. All right, cool, cool, cool. That is exactly what I want. So now, user, yep. So I don't have to destroy anything, but I can home because it's used anymore. Okay. So say add user, Bill, that's fine. So I say yes. See, that's what I want. Yes, okay. But what if I wanted Z root? Bill's house. Bill. Stupid, okay. No. No. Z root. McBill's house, Bill. Alright, yes. Cool. No. Now good. Bill. It's home Bill. Oops. So make Bill's house Bill, and I did create the parent. Awesome, awesome. Yes, yes, this is what I want. Okay, cool. Time for a commit. This should make reading the configuration much easier. All right. I'm getting tired. It's getting about time for lunch, so let's get this committed before anything else. Look at the differences. Okay, so ZFS dataset. Yep. Looks good, looks good. Yeah. Okay, this is a much better flow. Yeah, it doesn't belong down there. It's there. Okay, and then print the Z home. Excellent, excellent. Yes. Get rid of this. Getting closer, okay. That is actually so there. Um, yeah. Cool. All right. Excellent. So overall, I can look at changes. Use the handy. Oh, and changes to be pushed in sync. No, I'll do it. I don't want to commit any of these. There's one sync. Just do this as the git push. Okay. So I can look at the diff between. Current. This is the difference between what's in current as of October 11th, I think, and what changes I have made. So Z flags, that just creates a list data set. That's a problem. Okay. So I need to create a ZFS data set right off the bat. Well, yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. All right, awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about the Z flag as a. Uh, yeah, I have to think about the Z flag as a command line parameter. I'm not sure it's necessary. All right, well, cool. So I'm done with this session. I'm gonna get some lunch. I'm hungry. But yeah, this was good. I got a lot of progress. So yeah, you guys take care.